Please, please introduce yourself in the language in which you are comfortable. किसी में भी इंग्लिश, हिंदी, गुजराती, किसी में भी पैनलिस्ट जिसमें भी क्वेश्चन पूछे आप जिस लैंग्वेज में कंफर्टेबल हो उसमें आप जी.
Sir, I completed my graduation from Bachelor of Arts with Economics as my major subject and subsidiary as my political science.
Okay. What is your motivation behind joining service?
Sir, since childhood, I wanted to join. I wanted to go into government services because my father is also in government service, and then I also wanted to pursue a multifarious role to work in diverse fields, and hence I chose civil services.
What are your interest areas?
Sir, usually when I'm free, I go for baking of cakes and cookies.
So you are motivated to be civil servant because you like the diversity of job.
Yes, sir.
So what is the diversity of job involved in police?
Sir, when I'm posted in police services, so I have to ensure that there is maintenance of law and order at each and every level, the community level, at the grassroots level. And apart from that, there are other functions as well, such as traffic management and implementation of IPC and CRPC codes at the society.
Okay. You are Bachelor of Arts.
Yes, sir.
Can you give me the meanings between humanity and arts? What is the difference between arts and humanities?
Sorry, sir.
Sure. Right now, India is facing a bit of economic problem.
Yes, sir.
So, can you list in few words what are the problems we are facing in Indian economy?
Yes, sir. Firstly, we are facing since there is economic downturn, so there is a decrease in economic growth, which has ultimately led to the decrease in employment opportunities and low investment. And so it has also affected our manufacturing sector. And we are also facing the issue of migration crisis right now. And third major issue is we are not able to accommodate gender equality in the economic section.
Okay.
You told that there is a downturn in economic growth in our country. What are the reasons for that?
So the downturn for the economy, the major reason is COVID-19 pandemic. And the second major reason was since 2016 we are witnessing decrease in GDP numbers. That was majorly because of the dismantling of the informal economy due to the demonetization drive. And apart from that, we are also facing downturn because we are not able to sync between the industrial demand and the employment opportunities and utilize the demographic dividend.
But one side we are telling that there is an economic downturn. At the same time, there should have been Sensex and all. What are the? That's a very
Yes, sir.
contrasting situation. What is your view? Why? If there is an economic downturn, then there should be there cannot be boom in share market.
Yes, sir. Sir, we are right now witnessing rise in Sensex and Nifty because firstly, because these markets they are able to see positive economic growth, and also we in the last GDP in the last quarter we have seen that there was 1.6% of growth rate. So and also we are accelerating the vaccination drive. Also there is since because of the second wave of COVID-19 there was limited lockdown and there were some economic activities which were already undertaken. So there was positivity in the market overall. And also Sensex and Nifty, this downturn was a short-term downturn. So they are seeing optimism that they may rise in the future.
Don't you think it is merely speculating and it is a hollow picture about rosy picture of the economic condition of the country?
No, sir. This is not.
Is a positive, do you think it is a positive sign? Is it positive sign?
Yes, sir. In my opinion, it is a positive sign because in the near future, India will get back to the GDP numbers which were there earlier, and also will raise in the manufacturing and the production. So rise in Sensex and Nifty are not a gloomy and rosy picture.
So, when you are a student of economics, can you tell me about Nasdaq, Adam Smith,
Yes.
and Karl Marx?
Yes, sir. Sir, Adam Smith, the classical economist, was a major believer and protagonist of capitalist economy, and he believed that the market will be driven by the forces of demand and supply, and there should not be any government intervention. Whereas Karl Marx, he believed in a classless society, and in his theory, the proletariat, that is those who are the labor class, they will rule, and ultimately the state will wither away. And in his opinion, there are only two classes, that is the haves and have-nots.
So, do you know anything about historical materialism and dialectic materialism?
Yes, sir. In dialectical materialism, it was the theory which was given by Marx and Hegel, and in this they say that there will be synthesis, and for that and against those views and synthesis there will be anti-synthesis, and so the situation of war will arise between the two classes.
So, as per your view, very honest view, frankly tell me what kind of theory do you believe in? Whether it is a classless and stateless, state will be there, a classless society of Marx or Adam Smith?
So the classless society of Marx, it was a utopian idea because he was not able to achieve such a classless society. So I will not go with the theory of Karl Marx, and also the Adam Smith theory of capitalist society. It ultimately failed in 1930s, which we were able to see with the economic depression.
International crisis.
Yes, sir. So I will adopt the theory of John Maynard Keynes, who said that there should be minimum government intervention in the economic sector.
What are your priorities?
So my priorities are deputy collector, deputy SP, district registrar, and assistant commissioner for tribal development.
So, as per your views about economics and all this thing in political science, how will you contribute if you are selected into the government?
Yes, sir. The first and the foremost economic principle which I would like to adopt at the job level is behavioral economics, because in my opinion the major issue is because there are several of government schemes for the ground-root development, but we are not able to revolutionize because people are not able to change their mindsets. So with the help of behavioral economics, I would help in changing the mindset and reach to the poorest of the poor. And apart from that, the second thing which I will adopt is I will ensure that there is equality in the society and there is no concentration of wealth.
Okay. If you see our country,
Yes.
since centuries, our economy is based on agrarian activities. Based on agricultural activities and agrarian. According to that, now what would be the implications of all three new farm laws in Chicago? Changes in the farm laws.
Yes, sir. The first change would be that the farmer would be able to sell his produce throughout the country. So it will help in getting him right prices, and also the perishable commodities would be able to be sold by the farmers. So there will be no wastage of crops, and here the financial position will increase through this integrated market. And secondly, there will be a rise in farmer producer organization, and there will be reach of credit and lending activities at the farm level. And apart from that, with the third Essential Commodities Amendment Act, the farmer will be able to participate in the food processing industry because the holding limits have been removed.
But then if you have counting so many benefits of these all three farmers, then why the farmers are protesting from the beginning?
Sir, farmers are a major
If
concern.
it would be in their benefit, then they would not have protested for that.
Sir,
What is
farmers.
their apprehension?
Sir, firstly, the major issue was the farmers were not taken. There was no consensus-based approach in this legislative. So, farmers' stake was not undertaken. That was the first issue. And second, farmers are fearing that there can be dismantling of a minimum support price system, especially in Punjab and Haryana. So that is the major cause of concern. That is why farm protests are there.
Nitin sir. Nitin sir. Nitin sir.
Yeah, my voice is clear.
Yes sir, it is clear.
Yeah.
So she has completed her graduation in economics and political science was her second subject. And the basic motivation behind her joining service is because her parents are into service and she like the diversity of job. So you can ask question accordingly.
Yeah. Have you heard the word partiality and impartiality?
Partiality and impartiality.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, what is partiality according to you? And do you think partiality can be good?
Partiality is biasness towards one section or an individual when we are favoring one section of the society or any one individual over the other.
And the second part of the question, I want to answer. Can partiality be good?
So partiality can be good only in certain circumstances where we need to empower the lower sections of the society, but it is not good when the society is already equal and all are placed equally in equal circumstances.
Can you give me an example? How can it be good?
So partiality can be good through the, so in my opinion, it would be affirmative actions which we have undertaken for the women empowerment and also for the SC/ST communities.
Have you heard about the farmers' protest?
Yes, sir.
So, suppose if you are administrative services and you are to control this farming protest, and you know that their cause for which they are fighting is serious. Right. So, what would be your course of action? How would we be controlling the protest? How would you disperse the crowd? And what would be the words you would like to say to the economics communities who are doing protests on the road?
Sir, firstly, I would talk to them and ensure that there is no disruption of law and order and there is no violence or mobs are not being gathered and they are undertaking any violent activities. And then I would take some farmers who are leading those groups and talk to them and talk to them about the issues which they are getting faced, and I will suggest them to directly go and ensure that they adopt a peaceful mode.
Okay.
And sir, if I am given time to talk to them and say some few words, then sir I would definitely ensure that I am able to give them the message and the intention of the government behind the farm bills and ensure that they are in the good progress and in the better development of the farmers itself, and all their I will ensure that all the queries are sought out.
Okay. Okay. And have you heard about the scheme One District, One Product?
Yes, sir.
So, from your district, what is that product?
So
Tell
can,
me about this. Yeah. Yes.
so can I take a minute?
Yeah.
Sir, I would promote cotton-based products and cotton-based textile clothes from my district.
What is the reason behind
Sir, firstly, the cotton production is at a larger scale. Gujarat is leading in cotton production, so it will ensure better empowerment to the farmers. It will also ensure, it will also be good for the textile and manufacturing industries at the Gujarat level, and it will also promote the cotton-based products.
one last question. Why most of the people from Gujarat are preferring to go into private sector and not in private sector?
Sir,
Why most of the people from Gujarat are preferring to choose to go to job in private sector rather than public sector?
Sir, in my opinion, the major reason is because of the large industrial base. They are going for the business or corporate sectors and also undertaking private jobs. But since last 2 to 3 years, it has been seen that there is rise in participation of youth also in the government sector.
Thank you.
Okay. Tell me one thing. What is different between labor force and workforce?
So, labor force is people who are actively looking for the jobs or they are already undertaking any employment activities. That is labor force. So, I am not able to recollect.
Okay. Okay, fine. You may leave. Thank you.
So, Sashi, you studied throughout English medium,
Yes,
so you will be comfortable in English.
yes.
You are not comfortable in Gujarati.
Sir, I can speak in Gujarati, but English will be
Will be better. So you will be comfortable in English. Okay. Children will also be your posture when you enter also. You should be look a little bit energetic. And some pleasant smile on your face. घबराने का नहीं, तुम ऐसा हो गया. और दूसरा थ्रोट एक बार फिंगर लॉक कर दिया आपने, बस फिंगर्स लॉक कर दिया, उसके बाद आपका बिल्कुल स्टेचू टाइप का हो जाता है. बैठते ही फिंगर लॉक मत कीजिए, एक बार ये लॉक हो जाएगा. इफ यू लॉक द फिंगर्स और क्रॉस हैंड्स, वो एक बार हो गया, ये वो चीज तो बनी नहीं. एटलीस्ट आप थोड़ा बोलेंगे तो आपका थोड़ा बॉडी लैंग्वेज और थोड़ा कंफर्टेबल है. दूसरा, आपने आंसर्स तो अच्छे दिए, मगर स्टिल यू आर रिक्वायर्ड टू बी मोर प्रिसाइज एंड डायरेक्ट. थोड़ा एलोबरेट करना है. वो आप देखने का कि अगर इंटरव्यूअर्स पैनल में जो है, इफ दे आर इंटरेस्टेड, पता चल जाना चाहिए कि उसको ज्यादा सुनने में इंटरेस्ट है. देर होगी और वो भी 1-2 मिनट से ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए. शुड बी वेरी प्रिसाइज. और आपका ये तो करना है, यू शुड गिव अ वेरी न्यूट्रल रिप्लाई ये अच्छा होता है कि राज अफेयर्स एंड कॉमर्स का जो था उसमें मगर फिर बाद में जो किया तो उसको आपको जस्टिफाई करने के लिए काउंटर क्वेश्चन भी आ सकते हैं। और ये जो इकोनॉमी डाउनटर्न और शेयर बाजार, फिर इफ यू आर आस्किंग अबाउट डिमोनेटाइजेशन, तो डिमोनेटाइजेशन से उसका भी आपको थोरोली पता होना चाहिए। एज यू आर स्टूडेंट ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स है तो आपके ऊपर अभी इकोनॉमी इज वेरी चैलेंजिंग इशू। It is not only because of this pandemic, but you rightly said. But at the same time, nobody would like it. Actually, what happens, we don't like to accept realities.
Yes.
So, this is about political and all this thing, ideologically, whatever is going on. But still, you should be honest about your ideas. There cannot be a right or wrong answer.
Yes.
But see to it, nobody's ideas of to be heard. But at the same time, you represent your views. That is good. But your body language, be a bit comfortable.
देखो जैसे सर ने बॉडी लैंग्वेज का कहा ना, तो आप जब बैठना तो अपने बैक को चेयर के बैक के साथ टच कर लेना। तो उसमें क्या होगा कि अगर इंटरव्यू आपका इलॉन्गेट भी होता है ना, तो यू विल नॉट फील अनकंफर्टेबल। लेकिन आप अगर ऐसे लीनिंग, जैसे आपको नहीं पता लीनिंग, यू विल लीन फॉरवर्ड, तो इंटरव्यू अगर 10-15 मिनट से ज़्यादा गया तो यू विल स्टार्ट फीलिंग अनकंफर्टेबल। एंड वंस आप वहाँ पे अनकंफर्टेबल हो तो ये आपके आंसर में भी इशू करेगा। तो जाना तो आप अपना पोजीशन ऐसे लेना कि योर बैक शुड टच चेयर का एंड पोर्शन, उसको टच करें और आप अपने हैंड्स को यूज करना एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए।
We can use
yes, you can use.
But not overshot. Okay.
You can use, उससे फायदा क्या होगा कि आप कॉन्शियस नहीं रहेंगे कि अदरवाइज क्या होता है
And
कि
never point out fingers. Don't say like these.
हम अपने
But this is a good posture. If you are telling like this, but don't say sir or yes, no. It is not good sign.
और फिर जब अपने हैंड्स को टाइट करके रखते हैं ना, तो प्रॉब्लम ये होता है कि आंसर बोल रहे हैं, फिर यहाँ पे हम रब करते हैं या फिर फेस को टच करते हैं या वॉच को टच करते हैं। तो जब आप हाथ को यूज करेंगे ना, तो ये कॉन्शियस नहीं रहेंगे आप, तो यू कैन फ्रीली यूज। तो दिस इज अबाउट बॉडी लैंग्वेज। देन योर ड्रेसिंग इज गुड, इट विल वर्क इन इंटरव्यू, नो प्रॉब्लम। देन आप जब आंसर दे रहे थे ना, तो योर आंसर वेयर एवरेज, योर आंसर वेयर पार्शियल। से मैं एग्जांपल कहूँ, से लेबर फोर्स है ना, सो फर्स्ट आपको एज ग्रुप मेंशन करना चाहिए फ्रॉम 15 ईयर टू 64 ईयर ऑफ एज ग्रुप। से जब आप बोलते हैं कि दे आर सीकिंग एम्प्लॉयमेंट, उसके बदले आप ब्रॉडर इकोनॉमिक टर्म यूज करो, engaged in any economic activity. So that can be business also, that can be self employment also, that can be job also. So आप क्या करना, ट्राई करना ऐसे ब्रॉडर टर्म को यूज करो जिसके मल्टीपल इम्प्लीकेशन है। लेकिन नैरो अगर टर्म को यूज करोगे तो वो तो ठीक नहीं रहेगा ना। तो ये हुआ। उसके बाद जब आपने इंट्रोडक्शन दिया ना, तो योर इंट्रोडक्शन वाज वेरी शॉर्ट। सी जीपीएससी के इंटरव्यू में द एडवांटेजेस पोजीशन है कि आप ड्राइविंग सीट पे हो, बट हाउ यू कैन बी ऑन द ड्राइविंग सीट जब आप इंट्रोडक्शन में इतना फोल्डर दोगे कि इंटरव्यूअर उसमें से क्वेश्चन पूछेगा। सपोज करो वो आपने इंटरव्यू में कुछ फोल्डर ही नहीं दिया, तो वो रैंडमली कुछ भी क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे। अच्छा, से समथिंग अबाउट बगम्बी, से समथिंग अबाउट पेगासस, बिकॉज़ दे डोंट हैव इनफ टॉपिक। तो आपको इंटरव्यू में कैसे बोलना है कि फर्स्ट आपने जो अपना ग्रेजुएशन किया एंड वो बोला दैट इज फाइन, योर मोटिवेशन बिहाइंड जॉइनिंग सर्विस, योर सर्विस चॉइस, एंड इफ यू हैव एनी हॉबी और इंटरेस्ट एरिया और इफ यू हैव एनी वर्क एक्सपीरियंस दैट यू कैन से। सो इंट्रोडक्शन शुड बी समवेयर अराउंड 60 to 90 सेकंड इज फाइन। उसके बाद कभी-कभी जैसे आपको जब नहीं आता था और यू वर फीलिंग नर्वस, तो आप टंग बाहर निकालते थे टंग है ना, तो दैट इज नॉट अ गुड साइन। और फिर उसके बाद कहीं-कहीं क्वेश्चन मुझे ऐसा लगा कि देयर इज नो क्लैरिटी ऑफ थॉट, तो आप क्या करोगे, जैसे एक क्वेश्चन में सर ने आपसे नितिन सर ने पूछा था, तो देन यू टुक टाइम और फिर आपने आंसर किया, तो वहाँ पे आपने अच्छे से फ्रेम करके कहा। तो इनकेस आपको नहीं पता है या पार्शियली पता है, तो यू कैन टेक फ्यू सेकंड, देन यू कैन फ्रेम इन योर माइंड एंड देन यू कैन आंसर। जैसे हम इंस्टेंटली जब रिस्पॉन्ड करते हैं तो प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है कि द मोस्ट रेलेवेंट पॉइंट वी शुड स्पीक फर्स्ट, बट हम उस ऑर्डर में नहीं बोलते हैं, रैंडमली किसी चीज को भी थ्रो करते हैं। तो मोस्ट रेलेवेंट शुड बी फर्स्ट, लीस्ट रेलेवेंट शुड बी लास्ट। फिर हाँ, जैसे कि अब सर ने ये सबसे बेस्ट आंसर आपने जो दिया, हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू कंट्रोल अ प्रोटेस्ट, जो सर ने पूछा था कि यू विल इंश्योर दैट इट इज पीसफुल, यू विल इंश्योर देयर इज नो वायलेंस, you will ensure that the government message intention is conveyed to them. So that is a good way of answering. But वो आपने क्यों दिया? Because you took time to think about that. So these are the basic feedback from sir ने. Sir, दीदी सर आप बता सकते हैं?
Yes. Now there are certain questions in which I was looking for your comfortability with respect to your awareness of your action with respect to crisis situation. When I asked about that common protest question, I gave it full responsibility that you might be either from the police side or you might be from the administration side. For example, you might be ST or you might be ST. But the answer which you gave, it was common answer. Right? So here I was looking for presence of your mind कि आप पुलिस सर्विस से वहाँ पे रहेंगे एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सर्विसेज है, तो आपको वैसे क्वेश्चन करना चाहिए था कि सर इफ आई एम फ्रॉम द पुलिस सर्विस माय एक्शन विल बी दिस, इफ आई एम फ्रॉम द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन सर्विस माय एक्शन विल बी दिस, क्योंकि दोनों के एक्शन मोस्टली डिफरेंट है, राइट? सो कुछ क्वेश्चन आपसे ऐसे पूछे जाएंगे that there might be two roles which you might have to perform, and you might have to ask for the questioners that sir, if I am given this role, then I will perform this duty, and if I am given different role, then I will perform different duty. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then there are certain things that you are right and you are well balanced by answering your questions. But whenever you are given certain choices, you have to choose one option and give it a rational reply. You have to be rationalistic. For example, if you are giving an answer, there must be a reason behind that. Right? You can choose any path, but it must be rational, it must be based on certain reason. Right? But now, certainly, I am sure of the rest.
Thank you and good luck.
Sir,
Yes, आपको कुछ पूछना है मुझसे?
marks would be
मार्क्स मैंने तो 58 रखा है, 55 मतलब ओवरऑल ठीक था. इफ यू वर्क ऑन दिस थिंग ना तो
Like it is good. 55.
बेनिफिट होगा. और मतलब और डिपेंड करता है कि उस दिन क्वेश्चन कैसे थ्रो होते हैं, यू आर अवेयर और यू आर नॉट अवेयर, बट ओवरऑल बॉडी लैंग्वेज, कॉन्फिडेंस, योर पोस्चर, ड्रेसिंग, दैट इज गुड. नाउ ओनली यू हैव टू रिस्पॉन्ड आंसर इन ए गुड मैनर. तो ये हो सकता है ना, ये तो आप वर्कआउट करना है ना, इन केस इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट यू कैन आस्क.
yes.
थैंक यू एंड गुड लक.
Yes, sir.